Hey Premiere Pros, it's Paul Murphy here, and today I'm going to show you how to stop Premiere from closing your timelines and bins whenever you switch workspaces. Okay, so I have a project open here where I have 5 timelines open, I have 5 bins open, and I suddenly decide that I want to switch workspaces. Maybe I'm doing some color correction and I decide to go up to Window, Workspaces, and switch to the color workspace. Now look at what's happened here. It's actually closed all but one of my sequences and it's closed all of my bins. So obviously this is very annoying. And the important thing to keep in mind here is that it hasn't actually closed anything. It's just not displaying those things that I previously had open. And that's because workspaces don't just save what panel we're seeing and where on the screen it is. It's also saving how many tabs are open for that given panel. So in this case, that's the timeline, that's bins over in the project panel, and it's also the media browser if you happen to use the media browser. And the thing is that if I go up to Window, Workspaces, and look at all of these built-in workspaces that come with Premiere Pro, I can tell you that all of these are set up to only display one timeline and display no bins that are open except for the editing workspace, which will support up to 3 bins. So the solution here is we actually need to create a custom workspace that will display the maximum number of bins or timelines that we might need. So what I'm going to do is go back over to my editing workspace where I've already got my 5 timelines open, I've got my 5 bins open, and then I'm going to go up to Window, Workspaces, and save this as a new workspace. And maybe I'll call this Editing Max Timelines and click OK. And now whenever I switch to that, it should be displaying the maximum number of timelines that I have open. There is one catch to that, and that has to do with the way that workspaces work, is that they're actually always being dynamically updated. For example, here I have 5 timelines open, but if I was to close one of these timelines, well, now this is a workspace that will only display up to 4 timelines. So you can see if I go to Window and Workspaces and I'll switch over to that color workspace, and let's say I want to now open up 5 timelines. If I switch back to that workspace that we've just created, so the Editing Max Timelines, it's now only displaying 4 of those 5 timelines that I had open. And the solution to that is, although they're being dynamically updated all the time, so every time we close a panel, every time we move a panel, it is being dynamically updated, we can always revert back to the way it was originally saved. So to do that, all we need to do is go to Window and Workspaces and choose Reset to Saved Layout, and now it will display all 5 of those timelines again. So if you do find yourself needing to use that quite often, it's probably better, rather than using the menu, is to actually use that shortcut key, or even better, to go into your keyboard shortcuts and assign a real fast single key to trigger that every time. So just to keep in mind that it's not actually closing our timelines or bins, it's just that we're switching to a workspace that won't display all of those timelines. So the solution there is to create a workspace that will display the maximum number of timelines that we might actually need. Hey, I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please remember to like and subscribe, and maybe check out some of these other videos too.